Hello, I'm Tracy, and you're joining me today to talk about overcoming fear in goal setting and techniques that actually work. And that view behind me is a place in Mexico that we own, and it's right on the ocean. And I like to look at that photo and be reminded of the calmness that I feel when I'm there. So that's something for you to think about. I thought it would help us today in overcoming fear for both your vision mapping for personal, for your insights. So when you're moving forward, you might feel like fear sometimes rears its ugly head and pops up and stops you from moving forward. And guess what? You're not alone. Fear is natural. And fear doesn't have to stop you dead in your tracks. On a personal note, I want to share with you an experience that I've had about fear and goal setting in my early vision mapping days, where it almost held me back from moving forward. I was in real estate, I was making a ton of money, paying a ton out as well. So I wasn't grossing as much as I was netting. And I was stressed to the max. And I had a vision. Social media had just started, and I was using it. And I was gaining momentum and starting to attract clients using Facebook. And I had a vision, a deep down desire to help other business owners build their businesses using social media. And I felt this passion ignite within. And I knew I could make a go of it. And I almost let my head get in the way and fear and what others thought, because a lot of others told me what they thought and how I shouldn't leave this job where I was a top producer. And so I tapped in to that inner voice and I kept moving forward. I kept taking actions and I started speaking all over about social media. It was amazing. People were hiring me to speak and to teach, and companies started hiring me. And that was the beginning of this coaching consulting business that I've had for many years now. It's been, oh boy, 12 years now. So imagine if I would have let fear hold me back, where I would be today. One of the biggest causes of fear in goal setting is feeling overwhelmed by the size of the goal. And so to combat this, you can break your goal into a smaller goal. So you still want to be pushed out of your comfort zone, you want to be pushed, and you don't want to be pushed so far that you're going to get frustrated and overwhelmed and in fear along the way. The way to do that is to break it down into small, achievable steps. Break it down into small, achievable steps. And that's how we go about it in the 90-day vision mapping approach and creating the 90-day vision mapping plan. We break it down into realistic milestones that you can easily achieve. You can monitor the success, you can celebrate those wins, and you can keep getting closer and closer to that goal. You could always move the goal farther out. If you set it 50 feet instead of 1,000 feet or 100 feet, you can always move the goal out farther. So you want to make it realistic. And then I encourage you to create one today, one mini goal that you want to focus on today. Maybe that mini goal is over the next 5 days. So break it into something very doable. Okay. The next 5 days, you want to achieve what? And why do you want to achieve that? Why is it important for you in the next 5 days to achieve that? And here's an example. I have accountability partners that we meet every single Thursday at 6:30 Alaska time because I'm the last one on the time clock. They're all over the country. And we break down action steps, weekly action steps, small action steps. I do work for a company that does kids triathlons. It's a passion. I love the organization and I help out by helping them to find sponsors for this amazing cause that they have to get kids up and moving and healthy. And for some reason, I was stuck in a little bit of fear. And I told my accountability buddies about it. And they helped me walk through the fear and then talk about in the next 7 days, making 3 calls, 3 contacts to 3 potential sponsors. So I'm accountable to them and I've walked it through. We've talked it through and it doesn't seem as big and scary anymore. So that is a great tool for you to use is to break it into something really small. And another technique or tool is the visualization exercise. So reduce your anxiety by visualizing what you want to achieve. Let's try that right now. Okay. So if you haven't picked what you want to achieve in the next 5 days, 5 to 7 days, go ahead and click pause and come up with what you want to achieve. Listen to your heart. And why is it important for you to achieve that? Okay. When you can clearly see yourself reaching the goal, it will feel more doable to you. So you've figured out what you want to do for the next 5 days, 5 to 7 days. You've come back, you've hit play again. And now I want you to close your eyes and picture yourself. Close your eyes and picture yourself achieving that goal. As you picture achieving that goal in the next 5 to 7 days, I want you to picture all the steps that you're taking leading up to that goal. Picture all the steps that are necessary for you to take to achieve that goal. And commit to do a visualization every morning like this. 2 to 3 minutes. 5 minutes is better. 2 to 3 minutes where you visualize achieving that goal and taking the necessary steps to get there. A quick visualization exercise every day. Can you commit to that? Pop a yes in the comments. Fear is a sign of growth. It really is. When you can lean into the fear, you can stretch your limits. You can expand your belief to believing that your goal is possible. Going back to that fear I had of leaving real estate and all that money and listening to all those negative things people were saying, the fear was overwhelming at times, paralyzing at times. Even my husband questioned how I was going to go from making that amount of money in coaching and consulting. I had to tap into my heart and I had to practice visualization exercises and really tap into that belief that I could be a coach and consultant and help other business owners. So, your third actionable step for you, your third technique, your third tool is to jot down one fear. Go ahead and jot down one fear that you have towards the goal that you want to achieve in the next 5 to 7 days. And then go ahead and write down one positive outcome. Write down one positive outcome that could come a growth opportunity from facing that fear. And pop it in the comments. I would love to know. Every time we share a vulnerability that we have with others, we clear the playing field to allow others to share their vulnerabilities. So I encourage you to share. The fourth technique, and the one that I talked about a little bit earlier, is accountability, having accountability in your life. Having an accountability system can help you to push through that fear and know that there's somebody cheering you on the other side, outside of your household. They're not vested in you, and yet they're cheering you on. Again, I have accountability partners. I've had coaches. I have had coaches. I've got a mentor in my life. They help me to get out of the fear that often wants to kill me and keep me stuck, not moving forward. And so the actionable tip for you today, I challenge you to find an accountability partner, or to join a group where you can be accountable. And that group, the people in it should have similar goals to you, wanting to push themselves, to grow, to move outside of their comfort zones. So that's my challenge to you. And again, the more you comment below, the more you open yourself up for vulnerability to allow others to comment. Who knows? Maybe you'll find your accountability partner right here in the comment section. How cool would that be? Brief recap. Fear is normal and fear is manageable with these techniques that I've described to you today. If you're ready to take that goal setting journey to the next level, check out my free vision mapping starter kit. I've popped the link in that description below. It's a free kit. It's a 90-day planning, vision mapping planning that can help you get up and get going and get to those goals. Please hit the subscribe button. I look forward to your comments and share if you feel like this would be helpful to your community or somebody you know that might be struggling. Thank you so much for watching today. I appreciate you and your support and look forward to those comments in the comment section. Enjoy my dreamy Manzanillo photo. Mwah.